2002 was an epic year for matches, and today on Fog Wrestle we are going to go through the 4 potential candidates for Match of the Year with 4 different pay-per-views. 4 different pay-per-views. We've got different wrestlers in each match, different styles in each match. Hell, we've even got the fucking introduction of the Elimination Chamber. Then we've got the Immortal Hulk Hogan. We've got the return of Shawn Michaels. We've got a bloody Hell in a Cell. What more could you bloody ask for in pro wrestling?
You're getting a little bit of everything. You're getting big guys, athletic guys, showstoppers. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better variety than this. So
you know you've got a good set of matches when the fucking Chamber only gets 8%.
Yeah, you do. So let's get into it, guys, with the last selection here. The Elimination Chamber match at Survivor Series. It is the first ever Chamber match. I will go out on record and saying I believe it's the best Chamber match of all time. I don't think it's been topped. I actually feel that way.
I thought the women's one last year was no bad.
Aye, dead on. I feel the same, though, with the Hell in a Cell, to be honest. I don't think the first Hell in a Cell ever got topped either.
No, I think with the Chamber match, I think the Chamber, the first one's definitely special. I do like I like the 2006 one for different reasons, but the fact of the cash in as well.
I mean, take the cash in away, that one really wasn't that good.
It wasn't, but I do like Perk Angle. Can't deny it.
Aye, and he gets eliminated in like 6 minutes.
Yeah, he does, to be fair. But as the Chamber match, 8%, great match. We've talked about it a lot recently, but here, I'll talk about it again. Because the ending's great. The spots in it are great.
Shawn Michaels returning from death, it seemed like, at SummerSlam, sledgehammer through the back. Shawn Michaels capturing the title. Great way to end the show. I thought it was a fantastic match. If I'm doing the Meltzer star system, if I'm doing the Meltzer, right? If I'm doing the Meltzer star system, for me it's a 5 out of 10. There's no doubt about that. I mean,
5 out of 10.
A 5 out of 5. Sorry, 5 stars, brother. I mean, I think every match on this list is a 5-star match.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you know what? I want to give a special mention to the next one. 12%. Brock against Taker. Seriously underrated. Blood. Fucking insane. Brock countering the tombstone into like the F5, blood pissing out of both of their domes. Just epic. If you want a bloody, hard hitting, big ass, big brawl, all on the line.
I think that's definitely the best match of Brock's career so far to date.
Yeah.
Is it the best Brock match of all time? It might be.
I think this match is criminally underrated. This match never gets talked about.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I think this could be the best match of Brock's career.
I enjoyed their 2015 Hell in a Cell, but fuck, it has nothing on this.
No, not. But a lot of people would probably say that one was better.
Yeah, I think they would. Yeah, this one.
But I think this one's strange. I think this one kind of gets taught, like even in the build up to the 2015 one. This one kind of gets forgotten about, similar to Taker Triple H at WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, despite the fact that...
Remember when they were taking on each other at WrestleMania 29? Was it 28 and 29? Remember they like completely forgot about the history of the previous...
Yeah.
I think they did the same with Brock and Taker. They didn't really acknowledge this one ever happened. But for me, this is the best Brock Taker match we've ever seen. I think it's probably the best Brock match there's ever been as well.
I would agree. At this stage of the game, yeah.
At any stage of the game.
I need to think about it, but as of right now, easy peasy. Brock Lesnar is the man.
But it only got 12%, and I think that shows you just how good the other two matches were.
I do love Brock Angle, though. Pretty much every time they did it.
True. Right, coming in then in second place, we've got HBK versus Triple H, 24%. I think this one should have won it, to be honest. If we're I can see why Rock Hogan won it, but if we're talking in terms of quality of the match, for me that one's last.
No, it is.
If we're talking about icon versus icon and the reaction from the crowd and all that stuff that is very important in a wrestling match, then it's undoubtedly first. I think it depends on what you're looking at.
It does depend.
If you're basing it on like how special the moment was and how memorable the moment was, and the fact that it was the first time Hogan and Rock, it's like, I mean, it's a bit like Andre and Hogan, right? I don't think anyone is going to say that is wrestling-wise or quality-wise the greatest match ever, but a lot of people consider that the greatest match ever.
Yeah, and I have no complaints for that.
Because it was Hogan versus Andre, it was a special fucking match. and you get the slam and all that stuff. So, same thing. A lot of people say Rock Cena is one of the best matches ever. Now, I don't think the match itself is that good, but it's like Rock versus it's Rock versus Cena. So I can understand why, but I think in terms of match quality, I think HBK Triple H at SummerSlam was the best match of the year for me.
It was. For me, it was. The ending was perfect. Some great ass spots in there. Even the post match was brilliant.
Shawn Michaels' first match back as well in like over 4 years.
And he steals the show.
You got to factor that in, surely.
He's the Heartbreak Kid, brother. He's the man. And
Best of all time for me. I've no doubt in my mind.
He is, even if he is producing some weird ass shite.
Yes,
on NXT,
weird ass shite. But coming in first place, Rock versus Hogan. Take it away. Do you think this is the best match of 2002? Would this have got your vote?
I watched it a week ago again. It's fucking great, man. Yeah, obviously, it's not a wrestling clinic, right? But it just shows you all you need to be is over in wrestling to have a good match.
I reckon The Rock and Hogan could have walked about for 20 minutes just and then ended it with a finger poke of doom and it would have still been up there. Just due to the crowd reaction.
See when he hits, The Rock's hitting them with moves and Hogan does the whole what you gonna do, brother, and the crowd's there's people in the crowd trying to eat each other, man, they're going that ballistic. But
zombie invasion.
Zombie invasion, but epic. Everyone, like Bubba Ray defends this match a lot on Twitter if you follow him, and most people do. The fact that Jericho didn't want to follow this match and practically begged McMahon tells you everything you need. And they didn't know it was going to be this good.
No. But you know what? That's why I think you've got to praise Jericho and say that Triple H is an arsehole.
No, I agree.
But I get it. Triple H is like, I'm winning the title. I want my moment to be the final thing we see.
Yeah, but what we said with Brock and Taker, like, it's forgotten about. This match will never be forgotten about.
No, you can't.
No, it just will not be.
Even if both of these guys committed double murder-suicide on the same night,
it will not be forgotten.
This match couldn't be forgotten about.
No.
Doesn't matter if you try and blacklist Hogan. Is that the correct term for Hogan? Blacklist?
Nah. We'll use it, brother.
I'm pretty sure he's on a lot of the blacklist, but despite what Hogan could come out and say anything, I think, and this match is still going to be remembered.
Don't work for me, brother.
So, despite the controversy with Hulk Hogan, this is one of the best matches of all time, and is it the most iconic match of all? It might very well be.
It might be. I tell you what, like the crowd, I prefer Austin Rock the year before, but. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to argue to the. I think that's a much better match with much more like drama, so to speak. But yeah, you can't complain.
Do you think Austin versus Hogan would have topped this, or do you think it's impossible to tell? Or do you think at this period Austin was on the decline?
He was a wee bit on the decline, but it wasn't quite the months after where Flair fucking butchered him. So. I think, would the crowd have turned on Austin like they did The Rock? I'm not convinced.
What if it was Hogan, Austin to 17, Texas?
Oh, absolutely not.
What about Austin? Austin. What about Austin versus Hogan?
Austin.
WrestleMania 17.
I wouldn't change that for the world though, but I don't.
What if that happened though?
I don't think they wouldn't have turned on Austin.
Well, do you think Austin Hogan would have been better? Or bigger?
No, I actually think they wouldn't have turned on Austin if this was Austin Hogan. I think The Rock was always behind Austin in terms of reaction.
Yeah, The Rock was. He always had he always had haters, didn't he?
Yeah, like SummerSlam, they turned on him.
As much as people loved The Rock, I mean, he had a lot of haters as well.
Yeah.
I know what I couldn't. Even when Austin was like taking his ball and going home, he never really got shit for it. I never recall Austin getting booed.
No.
Whereas he can definitely recall Rock getting booed.
Yeah, like I think
plus people genuinely hated The Rock when he first came into wrestling.
I'm not saying if Austin was against Hogan, they wouldn't have cheered for Hogan. I think there was a way of cheering for both, but they definitely turned on Rock rather than just cheering for Hogan.
Definitely. So, I think it should have been if we're talking match quality, for me it's HBK Triple H, but we're talking about what's more memorable. And like what was bigger in terms of just the moment and what felt like a bigger match, and obviously it's Rock Hogan. So yeah, let's get into the comments. Only two of them. Big 7 Gaming says great year, a transitional year for sure. though. Transitional year, is it really a transitional year? Not necessarily sure what would make it a transitional year. I don't think of it as a transitional year. I think of it as a great year. And then Eric
I think
Rest.
it's a transitional year because they lose all their stars and they bring in new guys, and it's a brand split. I mean, I think it's as transitional year as you get. They went for the attitude there, the ruthless aggression. I think you want to retract that.
Well, possibly. Like, you've got a point. Like, and they changed the name of the company as well.
Oh, aye.
Oh yeah. Alright, might have been a transitional year, but it was like you were getting the best of fucking both worlds. So I thought it was fantastic. And then Eric Reisler said Rock versus Hogan sucked. I mean, I don't know how you can be a fan of wrestling and know what you're talking about and claim that match sucked. For me, that's just not possible. But there you go. Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Till then, peace.